Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Master Wall Calvary Game of the Week on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We've got Loganville Christian taking on the Calvary Knights, who come in undefeated. Maya Ogletree for Loganville Christian taking on Mackenzie Jones. Calvary had a good weekend, beating Mount DeSales, and last Thursday beating one of the top teams in the GIAA, Strong Rock. All right, how's everybody doing? Richard Holdridge here on the call. Ready for this fantastic softball matchup on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. All right. We're getting ready to start. Mackenzie Jones getting her warm-up pitches. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Loganville Christian. Batting first and playing shortstop, Blakely Stewart. Batting second and pitching, Maya Ogletree. Batting third and behind the plate, Carly Valera. The cleanup hitter and batting in first base, cleanup hitter, Lily Bailey. Batting fifth, third baseman, Eva Ogletree. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Jaden Carruthers. Batting seventh, playing left field, Mackenzie Lawley. Batting eighth, and the designated player is Courtney Maney. Batting ninth, and the center fielder, Caden Murph. Zoe Richards is the designated fielder. That is out in right field. Mackenzie Jones coming in here. Calvary comes in with a 12-0 record, facing off against Loganville Christian out of Loganville, Georgia, a GIAA school. And we're ready to start this one. Mackenzie Jones getting the sign that she needs in the first pitch. And starts Stewart off with a strike, and we are underway here at Calvary Christian. Jones, the 0-1. High and above the letters. It's 1-1 now. Loganville Christian comes in with an 8-5 record. 3-0 in their classification in 4A. That's high and upstairs for ball two. They're in the same classification with George Walton, Bethlehem Christian, Athens Christian, Tallulah Falls, and the Kings Academy. 2 balls, 1 strike. Mackenzie Jones delivers the pitch, and look out. That one is fouled back, and luckily the camera was not mounted into the net, because that would have been some collateral damage. It's a 2-2 count to Blakely Stewart. Mackenzie Jones, 2-2. High, and it runs the count full. Calvary Christian comes in, still undefeated with a 12-0 record, trying to get back to South Commons, where they were there last year as one of the top 8 teams. Payoff pitch fouled away, and a nice souvenir for a fan. Just kidding. There you go. Have to return those. It is a nice day, a little warm, but the bleachers have got the shade. We're kind of in the shade. Hopefully the sun will go down in just a bit. Mackenzie Jones, payoff pitch. That's lined into right field, and that is going to fall on top of the fence for a base hit. Didn't quite clear the fence, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Blakely Stewart. She got a hold of that one into right center. And now the number 2 hitter, Maya Ogletree, who also is the pitcher, got a runner in scoring position. And she steps up to the plate. Jones, first pitch to Ogletree. High and away for a ball. Calvary had a good week last week, defeating Heritage, Strong Rock, and Mount DeSales. as they are undefeated. They will play Brookstone tomorrow on the road, and they'll play Pacelli on the road. They will not leave Columbus at all. Did she go around? Yes, she did. That is going to be a 2-1 count. Carly Valera on deck. Jones gets a sign, 2-1. That's going to be low, ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. Jones delivers. And the pitch, swing and a miss. That's actually strike 3. So it was a 2-2 count. And she gets Maya Ogletree out on strikes. And now with 1 down and a runner at second, Carly Valera coming up to the plate. So we don't see that the scoreboard is working, so going to have to run the count the old-fashioned way. That is high and a good stop there by Maddie Davis, working behind the plate. Coach Halstead's got a young team, mainly of 8th graders and freshmen. 1-0, fouled back. And that is out of play. They've made incredible improvements, including over there in left field, the state-of-the-art hitting facility. Talking to Coach Halstead on the Calvary Coaches Show, it really has improved the way they approach the ball. Because you could also take fielding practice in there. You could take away all the fences for the pitcher, and you can end up having a little hitting facility that take infield in there. There's the pitch, that's high, and that's going to be ball 2. It's a 2-0 count. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube. That's a 4-pitch walk. And we got runners at first and second. Carly Valera is aboard. And now Lily Bailey, the cleanup hitter, is going to come up with runners at first and second. The coach calls time. John Stewart is the head coach for the 8-5 Loganville Christian Academy. The Lions out of Loganville, Georgia. Yeah, the wind was picking up here too. That's something we got to be mindful of. Wind is blowing to right field. Not sure if it's going to carry. As Bailey steps into the plate, first pitch to Bailey. Fouled back, 0-1. You see the 2 state championships over there in right field from the Gaps. First year in the GIAA, and one thing Coach Halstead taking over, and their first year in the GIAA having to make that transition from spring to fall. But they were able to manage nicely. Had a good 13-10 record last season on their way to South Commons, where they fell to Strong Rock. They actually beat Loganville in the second round of the play. They lost to FPD and then beat Loganville. That's high for a ball. Oh, man, the wind is really picking up now. And that is inside. It's 2-1. Jones, 2-1 pitch. ball 4. The bases are loaded. So Eva Ogletree is going to come up. And with the scoreboard not working, it's just going to take some more attention to detail, making sure that the count is correct. Eva Ogletree, first pitch. In there for strike 1. Waste no time getting in there. There's one down here in the top of the first. Mackenzie Jones gets the side, delivers. That is outside for a ball. Eva Ogletree, the number 5 hitter with the bases loaded here in the top of the first. 1-1, there's a ground ball. It's going to go right to Halstead. Gets the out, but the run does score. That will be a sacrifice. Ogletree gets credit with the RBI, and Loganville Christian leads 1-0, but there is 2 outs. So now runners at second and third. And Jaden Carruthers, the batter. That's in there for a strike. Jones gets the sign. The 0-1. High and away. 1-1 count. This Master Wall Calvary Game of the Week brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union, Coca-Cola, the Houston Clinic, and Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. It's high for ball 2. The 2-1. Outside for ball 3. And first base open. That could be a possibility to put Carruthers on at first. That's in there for strike 2. It runs the count full. We're live here at Calvary Christian. Three balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming. Strike 3, inning over. But not before Loganville gets on the board. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. Loganville Christian leads Calvary 1-0. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Bottom of the first inning, and leading things off for Calvary is the catcher, Maddie Davis. Then batting second will be Kendall Gum, followed by Kenley Spates. Brindley McElvey in the cleanup spot. Charlie Spann, the number 5 hitter. Allie Halstead, number 6. Cadence Cox at number 7. Brooklyn Taylor, the 8 hitter. And then Reagan Terry will be the 9th hitter. On the mound for Loganville Christian is Maya Ogletree. The first pitch is outside for a ball. Loganville Christian leads 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Maddie Davis last year led the team in batting average. Comes in as a freshman, lines that one into left field, and that's going to go all the way to the fence. Davis rounds first. She's at second with a leadoff double. Great timely hitting by Maddie Davis. And now Kendall Gum is going to come up to the plate, the center fielder. Tying run in scoring position for Calvary. Ogletree, first pitch to Gum. Swings at a high one. It's 0-1. Kentley Spates on deck for the Lady Knights. Ogletree, the 0-1, just missed, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Ogletree, and that's swung on a miss. It gets by the catcher, and Maddie Davis is over at third base on the wild pitch. It's a 1-2 count. The goal for both teams to get to South Commons October 16th, 17th, and 18th. It will be just like last year, the GIAA state playoffs, the double elimination tournament, 8 teams, 2-2. And a good eye by Kendall Gum to run the count full. Calvary would love to get that tying run aboard here. That tying run in. There's the payoff pitch. High ball 4. Good patience by Kendall Gum. And now we got runners at the corners for Kentley Spates. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube. Part of a doubleheader today. That is outside. That's going to be a free pass for Kendall Gum. Now we've got both runners in scoring position for Calvary. Brookstone taking on Landmark Christian. That game started at 5 o'clock. This was a 5:30 first pitch here at Calvary. And those two teams will be facing off against each other tomorrow. The 1-0. Showing bunt. And good job by Ogletree trying to pull the squeeze. She went all the way up. She is playing shallow. She's anticipating a squeeze play. Calvary can pull it off. They could score the tying run. And that's going to be foul back. Looks like Spates is wanting to try to bunt it, but try to bunt it perfectly to maybe bunt it away from Ogletree at third base. The first baseman, Bailey, playing at normal depth. Ogletree is the only player that's playing shallow. There's pitch. And that hits her. Kentley Spates hit by the pitch. And the bases are loaded for Brindley McElvey. And my calculations were correct. When we did a game last year on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, she was the player of the game. as they ended up coming from behind to beat Schley County. Had an incredible game. I have to go back and watch that broadcast. That was just incredible. McKelvey, the cleanup hitter, and the pitch. That's in there for a strike. 0-1 count to McKelvey. Had a pretty decent crowd here for Calvary fans out here. The 0-1 to McKelvey. Fouled back, and now she's behind in the count, 0-2. As Ogletree just needs to focus on the batter. I would say force it into base, but you got to go home. If there's a ground ball in the infield, you got to commit to home. Ogletree gets the sign, delivers. The 0-2. Just outside, it's 1-2. Charlie Spann, the number 5 hitter on deck. Calvary comes in with a 12-0 record. There's the 1-2. And there's a changeup, and that goes on the ground. And the throw over to first for the out. Carruthers was able to get one out, but the run does score, and we are tied at 1. So Brindley does her job. It's going to be a sacrifice ground out, and now Charlie Spann will come up to the plate here in a 1-1 game here in the first. And the pitch, there's a bunt foul. And it's 0-1. Ogletree gets the sign, delivers, and there's a bunt by Charlie Spann, and that's a beauty. A run will score, and here comes another run as Spate scores, and Charlie Spann has got 2 RBIs as she laid out a bunt single and gives Calvary the 3-1 lead. 2 RBIs on a bunt. Incredible. Of course, Charlie Spann, leading scorer for Coach Norton on the Calvary basketball team. A multi-sport athlete for Calvary. Looks like we might have some speaker malfunction here. Allie Halstead takes in. There's going to be a stolen base there for Charlie Spann. And now she's in scoring position with 1 away. And Allie Halstead, the batter, the second baseman. Calvary leads 3-1 here in the bottom of the first. Ogletree's pitch. It's outside. And the pitch, it's high for a ball. 3-0 count. Calvary wearing their alternative hot pink uniforms. I think that's their regular uniform. There's the 3-0. Showing bunt, pulling back. And there's going to be another stolen base for Charlie Spann. And now she's at third with 1 out. And so a ground ball will score a run. As Calvary would love to continue to add on to their lead. Calvary's got some big region competitions coming up this week. There's a bunt, and that's going to be foul. In fact, that will be a 3-2 count. You got to swing away here. Or you can try to lay down the bump. You got to make sure you get it down. There's a payoff pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. And so there are 2 down here in the first. And Cadence Cox coming up for the Lady Knights. Trying to get Charlie Spann home. Ogletree's first pitch. High, ball 1. We are brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, the Houston Clinic, Kinetic Credit Union, and Coca-Cola. I could definitely use a Coke right now. 1-0. Right down the middle, it's 1-1. Brooklyn Taylor on deck. Calvary plays Brookstone tomorrow, plays Pacelli on Thursday. 2 big region contests. And there's a high fly ball, shallow left. Making the catch is going to be Lawley for the 3rd out, but not before Calvary puts up 3 on the board. We've played 2. Calvary Christian Lady Knights lead Loganville Christian 3-1, and we'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Top of the 2nd inning, Loganville Christian trails 3-1. And leading things off is Mackenzie Lawley. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters facing Mackenzie Jones, who pitched her way out of trouble in that 1st inning, only giving up the 1 run. Loganville Christian had the bases loaded with no outs last inning, only to get 1 run. That pitch is outside. It's good location. Of course, the defending 4A GIAA champions is Tatnall Square. That's the team to beat this year. It's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. And that's lined into shallow right. And oh, that's going to be over the head of Cox. That's going to go all the way to the fence. And that's back-to-back leadoff doubles for Loganville. Brooklyn Taylor got herself a leadoff double. Seemed like that was shallow, but it actually went over the head of the right fielder, Cadence Cox, all the way to the fence. And Mackenzie Lawley has got herself a leadoff double. And Courtney Maney coming up to the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1. It's in the dirt. Good stop by Maddie Davis. It's 1-1. Top of the second inning. Calvary leads 3-1 over Loganville Christian. Swing and a miss. Strike two. These two teams met in the second round of the state playoffs down at South Commons. In the elimination bracket, Calvary was able to go on to win. High and inside, it's ball two. Calvary went 1-2 in the state tournament, eventually losing to Strong Rock. 2-2. Runs the count full. Three balls and two strikes to Courtney Maney. Caden Murph on deck for Loganville. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. And that's the third strikeout from Mackenzie Jones. So with one down, the bottom of the order, Caden Murph. And then it's back to the top of the order for Loganville. Jones, first pitch to Murph. That's on the corner, it's strike one. Jones, 0-1 pitch. Outside and away. 1-1 count. Jones delivers the 1-1. And that just missed. It's 2-1. One thing you got to factor with Calvary softball, you got these early start times. And they got to get these games in. And that's swung on and missed for strike two. That was outside of the strike zone. That should have been ball three. But Caden Murph now with a 2-2 count. Runner at second, one out. Here in the top of the second. And the pitch. Swung on a miss on a changeup. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Mackenzie Jones. Strikeout number 4. And so with two down, back to the top of the order for Loganville Christian, Blakely Stewart, who's 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Jones gets the sign and the pitch to Stewart, and that is line. What a catch by Charlie Span to end the inning. Loganville leaves one on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Calvary leading Loganville 3-1. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And welcome back here to Calvary. Bottom of the second inning. Calvary Christian leads 3-1 over Loganville Christian. And Brooklyn Taylor going to lead things off for the Lady Knights. Ogletree's first pitch to Taylor. It's in there for a strike. Oh, 0-1 to Taylor. Ogletree's pitch outside. It's 1-1. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. The 1-1 to Taylor. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Reagan Terry on deck. Then it's back to the top of the order for Calvary. Here's the 1-2. And that is swung on. There's a ground ball over to second. Carruthers throws to first for out number 1. It's going to go 4-3 on the put out. And now Reagan Terry comes up to the plate with one down. Ogletree's first pitch is a changeup that is outside. There's the 1-0. Did not quite get the corner. It's 2-0. Varela was trying to sell it, but it just didn't quite get on the plate. And the pitch is outside for ball 3. And the pitch. And that's right down the middle. Strike 1. And the 3-1. Popped up. It's playable. Underneath it. Ogletree makes the grab for out number 2. Ogletree had to battle the sun to get that one. And now it's back to the top of the order. Maddie Davis, who doubled and had a run scored. She's 1 for 1. Here with 2 down. Brookstone ended up beating Landmark Christian today 16-1. As that game in 3 innings. Mary Carter Fort was the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game. Austin Allen on the call. Game was just under an hour. We're here at Calvary. Oh, big swing and a miss. That's high and above the strike zone. He's got to protect. Maddie Davis, who led the team with over a .530 batting average last year as an 8th grader. Showing bunt, pulls back. It's outside for a ball. This team showed huge strides and huge success first year in the GIAA last year, making it all the way to South Commons. And the pitch, Davis, changeup that didn't quite break like Ogletree wanted, and that'll be a ball. Pitch, Davis lines it into left field, and that's going to be behind the left fielder. And Lolly gets it. Davis has got herself a triple. And she roped that one into left field, but it got underneath the legs of Lolly. I think that they might give her a double on that, and that might be an error on Lolly. But right now in my scorebook, I got a triple, so she's a single and a home run away from hitting for the cycle. So Maddie Davis is aboard. 60 feet away with 2 down. And Kendall Gum, the batter, she does not have an official at bat. She walked and scored a run in the first inning. Calvary leads 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. Ogletree. Getting the sign. Delivers. It's right down the middle for a strike. Kentley Spates on deck. And Ogletree's pitch, that is in the dirt, and a good stop by Varela. Ogletree gets the sign. And the pitch to Gum. It's in there for a strike. It's now 2-2. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Maddie Davis on at third base. It's Calvary trying to tack on some more runs here in the second. That's popped up. Is that playable? Nope, that is going to be a lucky souvenir for a fan. That actually hit somebody's cup, somebody's drink. It hit in there and bounced out. That is a good save there by the cup. Here's the 2-2 to Kendall Gum, and that's popped up once again. So Kendall Gum is underneath it. She's trying to get a 2-out hit to try to bring her teammate in, Maddie Davis, who's over there at third base. Maya Ogletree trying to get out of this inning. 2-2, and that is outside. It runs the count full. And with the heart of the order coming up for Calvary, Ogletree's got to focus on the batter here, because you got the 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. There's the payoff pitch, and that is popped up and fouled, and luckily the umpire has got that mask. He's got to just need a minute. The Loganville coach just comes over to check on him to see if he's okay. As we don't have a graphic for this, but this is the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. And the umpire hears it from the crowd. He's going to be okay. Luckily, he's got the mask. Maya Ogletree, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Maddie Davis over at third. The batter, Kendall Gum. Ogletree, payoff pitch coming. And that is low, ball 4, and we got runners at the corners. So 2 walks so far for Kendall Gum, and now Kentley Spates, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning, scored a run. It's Calvary trying to go for a 2-out rally here in the second. And that pitch is in there for a strike. The cleanup hitter, Brinley McKelvey, on deck. Maya Ogletree just got to focus on the batter. And the pitch, that's popped up and out of play. And Ogletree is ahead in the count, 0-2. We are live on YouTube and on the Gas Live 2 Facebook page. And that is swung on a miss for strike 3. It was tipped into the catcher's glove, and Loganville gets out of a jam, and Calvary strands that runner at third. We played 2 here at Calvary. We go to the top of the third. Calvary Christian leads Loganville Christian 3-1. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
And welcome back here to Calvary, top of the third inning. Mackenzie Jones set to work. Maya Ogletree 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. And Mackenzie Jones pops her up. Second baseman Halstead got it. Out number 1. Now Carly Valera walked in the first. Jones first pitch to Valera, and that's popped up shallow left. Taylor, and underneath that one, that's actually caught by Kendall Gum as she goes over to get it for 2 quick outs here in the third inning. And Lily Bailey, who walked in the first, coming up. Jones' first pitch is low for a ball. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Glad to be here. And that is fouled back. It is 1-1. Jones, 1-1 pitch is a changeup that catches the corner for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed for a strike 3. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning from Mackenzie Jones. And her 5th strikeout as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Calvary leads Loganville 3-1 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Back after this.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
And welcome back here to Calvary, bottom of the 3rd inning. Coming up to the plate for the Calvary Knights is Brynlee McElvey, who does not have an official at bat. She had a sacrifice ground out with an RBI, first RBI of the game that got the rally going in the 1st. Facing Maya Ogletree. And the first pitch to McElvey is low for a ball. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Part of a triple header today. We had the Glenwood Coaches Show, Brookstone softball. What's in there for a strike as they were able to beat Landmark Christian earlier today, as these two teams will face off tomorrow. 1 ball and 1 strike to McElvey. That is low for a 2-1 count. And the 2-1. There's a ground ball, and that's scooped up right to the second baseman, Carruthers, and throws to first for the out. That was a hard hit ball that Carruthers just ate up and just tossed it to first. So 4-3 on the putout, and Charlie Spann, who had a bunt single with 2 RBIs and 2 stolen bases. Ogletree, first pitch to Spann. And it's popped up foul. And that is low for a ball. It's a 1-1 count. And she bunts it again, and she's got some speed. She throws to first, and she beats it out for another bunt single. Charlie Spann was trucking down the line and was able to beat out the bunt for a single. And she can take off. She's already got 2 stolen bases. She can fly on the base paths. Allie Halstead, the batter, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And Charlie Spann's gone. She's taken off, but that's popped up into center field. Underneath it is Murph. Makes the grab for out number 2. So Cadence Cox, who's 0 for 1 today, flied out to the left fielder. Caden Cox, the batter. Ground ball right to the shortstop. The throw to first in time for the out. And we have played 3 here at Calvary. Loganville trailing the Knights 3-1. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Top of the 4th inning, Loganville Christian coming up trailing 3-1 here. Mackenzie Jones pitching 3 innings of work, has given up the 1 run. And the batter is Eva Ogletree, who got a sac fly with an RBI. Sacrifice ground out, rather. He got himself a 1-1 count. Mackenzie Jones gets the sign, delivers. The pitch that's high and away. Calvary, busy week this week. They're taking on Brookstone, Pacelli, then Saturday taking on Columbus. High and upstairs. It is 2-2. 2-1, rather. Jones delivers. Just missed. Jones gets the sign and the pitch. Ground ball, and that's going to be into left field for a base hit. And that is another leadoff single. Leadoff hit for Loganville as Ogletree is aboard at first base. And Jaden Carruthers coming up. 0 for 1 with a strikeout to end the first inning. Jones gets the sign from Davis. Trying to bunt it foul, and it's going to be a dead ball because it did bunt foul. Had the hit and run in play. It's a good strategy when you're down by 2 runs. You want to try to get that run in scoring position that's going to chip away at this lead. And, you know, you're in the 4th inning. Right now, you got to play small ball. Here's a pitch, foul back. It's now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Carruthers. High for a ball. Here's the 1-2, and swung on and missed on a changeup. And that is 6 strikeouts from Mackenzie Jones. With 1 out, Mackenzie Lawley, who had a leadoff double in the 2nd inning, coming up to the plate. Jones starts her off with a ball outside. Don't forget, listen to DJ Jones and Thrip Behringer and myself every morning on Sports Vision's morning show. There's going to be a – oh, I thought that was going to be a double play. That was right back at Jones. She throws it over to Span at shortstop to get the 2nd out. That was very close to being a double play. And so with 2 down, that's going to be 1-6 on the putout. Courtney Maney, who's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Jones starts Maney off. Ground ball, look out, foul down the 3rd base line. Jones pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Behind in the count, Courtney Maney's got to protect. The 0-2. Got her swinging strike 3, inning over. 7 strikeouts from Mackenzie Jones. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Calvary leading Loganville 3-1. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back here. Bottom of the 4th inning. Calvary leads Loganville 3-1. Calvary, the number 1 ranked team in 4A in the GIAA. Loganville, the number 4 ranked team. The rankings go Calvary 1, Tatnall 2, Strong Rock 3, Loganville 4, FPD 5, Bethlehem Christian 6, George Walton 7, Stratford 8. The top 8 teams will make it to Columbus at South Commons. We do have a pinch hitter coming up. It's Ellie Stokes. who's also on the basketball team. Coach Norton. First pitch to Stokes. That's a ground ball right to Ogletree. The long throw to first and the stretch by Bailey. And it's 5-3 on the putout. So now Anna Booth. So Coach Halstead is unloading his bench here. And then it'll be back to the top of the order. First pitch to Booth. And that's low for a ball. And rounding out the rankings in the GIAA, Brookstone right now is number 9. Pacelli at number 10. There's 13 teams in the 4A. Booth swings and misses. The other teams include Mount DeSales, Bullock Academy, and Tallulah Falls. But the local teams here in Columbus, they are on the outskirts. They could definitely use some wins to try to pad their resume. Here's the 1-1 that is launched deep, and that's going to be off the wall. Booth rounds first and has got a stand-up double. A pinch hit double for Anna Booth. And now back to the top of the order. The hottest hitter coming up, Maddie Davis, who's 2 for 2 with a double and a triple with a run scored. Got a runner in scoring position as Calvary trying to tack on to their lead. Maya Ogletree still in at pitcher. And that is popped up foul. Calvary, as I mentioned, the number 1 team ranked in the GIAA, taking on the number 4 ranked team in classification 4A in the GIAA. 0-1, ground ball, a nice scoop by Ogletree. Checks the runner, throw to first in time, and gets by, and Booth is going to end up scoring. Did the umpire say that the foot was not on the bag? Because I thought they got the out at first, and it looks like they didn't. So it's now 4-1. Anna Booth ends up scoring, and I think Maddie Davis beat out that throw. So 3 for 3, give her an RBI. And now Kendall Gum is coming up to the plate. Calvary could really do some damage here in the 4th, leading 4-1 with their top hitters coming up. Ogletree, first pitch to Gum, high for a ball. Calvary will play Brookstone tomorrow, Pacelli on Thursday, Columbus on Saturday. 1-0. Outside, ball 2. There's the 2-0 pitch to Gum. That's popped up, shallow right, and that's going to fall for a base hit. And Davis ends up getting to third. Kendall Gum is safe at second on a close play. They're going to rule that one a hit. There was no communication out in right field, and now the manager is going to come out, and looks like we may have a pitching change. And that's exactly, more than likely, what's going to happen. He's going to the umpire. I think they're talking about something else. Well, it looks like Ogletree is going to stay in the game. Calvary leads 4-1, threatening once again here in the 4th inning. Kentley Spates hit by a pitch and struck out. She's 0 for 1. Runners in scoring position for Calvary. that wind is picking up. The pitch to Spates. Popped up. Playable. Bailey makes the grab in foul territory, out number 2. So Spates flies out to the first baseman in foul territory, and now Brinley McElvey, sacrifice ground out, an RBI, and grounded out to second. Over 1 today. Definitely get a good opportunity here for a 2-out base hit. McElvey lines it into right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Davis scores. And Gum scores. And that is a 2-out single with 2 RBIs for Brinley McElvey. Give her 3 on the day. And Calvary leads 6-1. And coming up to the plate is Charlie Spann. That's swung on a miss for strike 1. And the pitch, that's low and in the dirt. One-on-one count. 2 down. Inside for a ball. It's 2-1. Week 6 in high school football. We're going to be at 4 different places on Georgia Alabama Sports Live this Friday, including here, Calvary Christian taking on Southwest Georgia STEM. Spann fouls that one back. And now it's a 2-2 count. Calvary leads 6-1 over Loganville Christian here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Two balls and 2 strikes. Ogletree, the pitch, and that is roped on a dime. And Coach Halstead's got to get out of the way, making sure he doesn't get hit with that. Over there, coaching third. And Spann just staying alive in the count. She's got 2 RBIs. She's 2 for 2, 2 stolen bases. And the pitch to Spann, and she is staying alive in the count. The hit and run was in play as McElvey was taken off. Allie Halstead on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, and that is going to be a changeup, and a good job just spoiling off a pitch. And Charlie Spann is battling up there. There we go. 2-2 pitch. High ball 3, and it runs the count full. Charlie Spann just being patient. Three balls, 2 strikes. Ogletree, the payoff pitch to Spann, and that is popped right up to Ogletree, inning over. But not before Calvary puts a couple more runs on the board. As we go to the 5th inning, Calvary leads Loganville 6-1. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Top of the fifth inning we go. Calvary now leading Loganville Christian 6-1, and we got a pinch hitter coming up for the Lions. It is number 7, Lola Say, a sophomore, facing Mackenzie Jones, who's pitched 4 innings of work, has given up 1 run, 7 strikeouts. And there's a conversation. Mackenzie Jones trying to see what Coach Halstead's going to try to work with. You've got the number 1 team in the GIAA taking on the number 4 team, Loganville Christian. Loganville has battled in this game. And swing and a miss. Strike 1. It is 0-1. To the pinch hitter. And ladies and gentlemen, joining me as a color commentator is the AD at Calvary, Coach Steve Smith. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good. How are you, Richard?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I figured you helping us out in the GIAA baseball. I figured you could color commentate for a couple innings. But what do you think of so far? Calvary undefeated, taking on a very good Loganville Christian team. It's been a pretty good game so far.
Yeah, I mean, you look at all season long, they've done a really good job. Really last game, getting down 3-0 and then coming back and having a huge win against Strong Rock and just continuing on today. So it's been a fun season to watch so far.
And there's another strikeout. That's 8 strikeouts from Mackenzie Jones. Coach, what do you think of the performance of Mackenzie Jones so far?
She's done a really good job. Again, kind of up and down at different times during the season, but when she's on, she's really dominant. So it's really good to see today her putting it all together.
Coach Halstead's got a young team, a lot of freshmen, sophomores, 8th graders. I mean, they really, in their first year in the GIAA last year, making it to Columbus. This year, I know the expectations is getting back to South Commons. What do you think of just the progression so far?
Yeah, I mean, you look at last year and just the experience of getting into the tournament, and you knew last year with a lot of 8th and 9th graders, 1 senior, and then seeing them, knowing that you're going to be coming back with really pretty much the exact same team other than Cameron Johnson. This year still pretty much a young team, no seniors, 1 junior, and then a bunch of sophomores and freshmen, and then a couple of 8th graders. Being currently right now, I mean, we're almost a little more than halfway through the season, and they're currently, the number 1 team inside of GIAA. So it bodes well for for the next couple of years as well. But we're hoping to really, stay hot, continue to keep building on what they've done so far this season, and make a strong run this year.
Well, Coach, they got a busy week this week. They actually have 2 road games, but does not have to leave the city of Columbus. They're taking on Brookstone, who's desperate to try to get a big win because right now they're ranked 9th. That magic number is 8 to try to get to South Commons. And then you play Pacelli, which is ranked 9th, and then facing Columbus on Saturday. So, yeah, they got 4 games this week. Definitely a busy week as that's fouled back. And Blakely Stewart just spoiling off a pitch here. But, Coach, it's definitely a busy week. They played a lot of tough competition. The defending champions, Tatnall, they've already got 3 losses. How do you think this Calvary team could fare once they get into the tournament?
I think they'll be good. I mean, really, we've got there's a base hit.
And it gets all the way to the fence. Blakely Stewart's got a second double of the game. Yeah, that's a good hitter for Loganville.
Yeah, I mean, what I was going to say, we play Tatnall in maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think, 3 weeks. So we're going to get an opportunity to kind of see what that matchup is. You know, they've been kind of the cream of the crop in GIAA for several years.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
So, you know, get an opportunity to play them, you know, in the regular season and get a chance to kind of see where you stack up against some of those teams that have been perennial, you know, contenders year after year. I think that's going to be a good test for us. But you can't take your eyes off where you're at right now. Again, at 11-0, you know, everybody's gunning for you, trying to put that first loss on you.
Yeah, no question.
So, you know, we just want to see them just continue to keep playing clean. But, man, they're a fun team to watch. I mean, they really they pick it really good. They got really strong pitching, which, again, we're seeing that from Mac today, and then obviously from Kendall. But, you know, we really, once we put it together, I think offensively and get a little more consistent, the combination of the offense, defense, and the pitching should, you know, will be really fun to watch towards the back half of the season.
Yeah, last Thursday they got a huge win, defeating the team that defeated them in the state playoffs last year, Strong Rock. How big was that just to get a big win against one of the top teams in the GIAA in Strong Rock, also a region opponent?
Yeah, I mean it's a huge win. I mean they threw a really good arm against us, and then got down 3-0 early on in the game. I mean, so you know you think back to last postseason, and then getting down early in the game. But I thought they did just a really good job.
That's hit, that's driven, and that's gone for a home run. Maya Ogletree, a 2-run shot, and Loganville has cut the lead to 3 here. It is 6-3. Yeah, like you mentioned, Coach, this is definitely a good Loganville team. This is also the rematch. This was the one game that Calvary won in the tournament last year at South Commons. They lost that first game to FPD. They were in the elimination bracket and beat Loganville.
It's a good matchup, and again, they're a strong team. You know, this is one of the games that Coach Halstead had mentioned was going to be one of those challenges for us. And so again, you know, give up a 2-run bomb. How are you going to respond? How do you come right back? You know, you want to see Mac go ahead and go right after them, try to get out of this inning, and then try to put some more runs back up.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Calvary has been playing small ball. I mean, Charlie Spann beating out 2 bunts. Had 2 stolen bases. Maddie Davis, she's a home run away from hitting for the cycle. A lot of great talent as far as hitting goes. And what do you think of that hitting facility? Do you think it's helped improve the hitting this year, just having that available?
There's no doubt. I mean, I've talked about it before. I mean, it rivals a lot of Division II colleges, you know, the type of facilities that they're blessed with here. But, I mean, from the difference in what your practice plan can look like when you go from, you know, hitting on the field and maybe having a T station off on the side to where you can run, you know, 4 to 5 stations at a time while you're still doing something on the field. It changes what you're able to do inside of a practice.
All right, Coach, before I let you go, talk about Friday. You got a color run happening, and then Calvary takes on Southwest Georgia STEM. How about what Coach Brunson's done? 4-0 on the season. And just talk a little bit about just the events on Friday.
Yeah, so we've got our annual color run. I think this is the 4th year we've done it. It's been a great event. It's really more of a community event for us, and it's grown every year. Last year we had about 600 runners. We expect to have somewhere around that again this year. We start at 6 o'clock.
Oh, what a catch! Wow. That was number 31 on the catch. I want to say that was what, Charlie
Spann? Yeah.
Charlie Spann. Wow. Yeah, she's done that twice already.
Yeah, that's an incredible play. But you know, we've got the color run on Friday again. It leads into the football game, and then as you mentioned, our football team 4-0, looking to go 5-0. You know, prior to going into the Brookstone game, not this Friday, but next Friday.
Wow.
So it should be a fun week for us, and then obviously going into the following week with a really big matchup against Brookstone.
Yeah, I know we don't want to look ahead of Southwest Georgia STEM, but can you imagine? Brookstone's got to play Stratford next week, but they could both be undefeated in 2 weeks. That would just take the city by storm.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you look at Stratford and Brookstone; those are 2 of the top teams inside of GIAA. You throw FPD in there, who Brookstone already beat, but that's going to be a great matchup for the 2 of them. You know, those are 2 really good, well-disciplined teams. You know, and then like I said, we get an opportunity to play them the following week.
Yeah, a good catch there by the left field. Thanks for joining us, Coach, and And enjoy the rest of the game.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Richard.
All right, the athletic director of Calvary, Coach Steve Smith. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Calvary leads Loganville 6-3. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back to Calvary, bottom of the 5th inning. Calvary trying to get those runs back. Loganville, Maya Ogletree with a 2-run homer. And now Allie Halstead, who's 0 for 2 today, going to start things off for Calvary. Maya Ogletree still in the game. I got a feeling these two teams might see each other again at South Commons. Just the way that the GIAA is shaping up. The top 8 teams will make it down to South Columbus for a double elimination tournament. The defending champions is Tatnall Square, already with 3 losses. Like Coach Smith mentioned, Calvary's going to get an opportunity to play Tatnall. And they always say you can never underestimate the heart of a champion. Well, Rudy T said that. But Tatnall's still the champs until somebody beats them. First pitch to Halstead is low for a ball. But with the resurgence of the softball programs here in Columbus, Brookstone and Pacelli, they're trying to get into the tournament. Right now ranked 8th and 9th. That's roped into left field, and right at the left fielder making the grab is Lawley for out number 1. Cadence Cox will come up. She's 0 for 2 today. Ogletree gets the sign. First pitch to Cox. Bunts it. Foul. 0-1. Brookstone earlier today defeated Landmark Christian. These two schools will go at it tomorrow. Here's a pitch just missed. It's 2-0, or 1-1 rather. It was a little outside. Ogletree faced with a 1-1 count, and the pitch. That's line. Oh, Halstead. Coach Halstead almost caught that one with his bare hands. That might have been the play of the night if he would have caught that. Remember, we're probably about an hour away from sunset, so that's something to factor in. They do not have lights here at this softball field. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 3. Cadence Cox down on strikes. Quickly 2 away here in the 5th. And coming up to the plate is Ellie Stokes, who pinch hit last time and has stayed in the game. First pitch to Stokes. Low and inside for a ball. It's Calvary and Brookstone tomorrow. Calvary Pacelli on Thursday. Calvary Columbus back here. You can catch that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live early Saturday morning. That's lined into left. That's going to fall for a base hit. And Ellie Stokes with a pinch hit single with one down. And Anna Booth, who got the pinch hit and a run scored last time. Then it's back to the top of the order. Ogletree, first pitch to Booth. It's in there for a strike. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, like the Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are on YouTube and we are on Gas Live 2. As we had the Calvary Coaches Show on the main page. Brookstone Landmark Christian was on Gas Live 1. Booth's pitch inside, it's 1-1. Tomorrow we'll have the Calvary Coaches Show, the Harris County Coaches Show. We got Brookstone Pacelli volleyball and a tri-match for Glenwood. Change up, it gets by the catcher, but a good stop by Varela, and it's 2-1. We also have Smith Station flag football. Actually got moved to Thursday. Wednesday, office hours, the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. We'll drop our softball rankings. That is fouled back. Right now, Calvary is number 3. Even though they're undefeated, Calvary's number 3 behind Northside and Harris County. How fun would that be if they got to play each other? Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. We've played 5 here at Calvary. Calvary Christian leading Loganville Christian 6-3. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Top of the 6th inning, Calvary leading Loganville Christian 6-3. Calvary had a 6-1 lead, and then Maya Ogletree cut into the lead with a 2-run blast. And that's where we stand. Leading things off is going to be Eva Ogletree, who's 1 for 2 today. She's got an RBI. That was in the first inning. And the new pitcher on the mound for Calvary is Kendall Gum. So Mackenzie Jones, 5 innings of work, 3 runs given up and 8 strikeouts. Fantastic performance by Mackenzie Jones. Now Kendall Gum trying to close it out for Calvary. You know, what a fastball that's right in there for strike 1. Calvary knows how big this game is, with Loganville Christian being the 4th-ranked team in the GIAA. These two teams could meet up again in South Commons. Pitch, check swing, did not go around. It's going to be ball 1, or ball 2. 2-1. Kendall Gum delivers. 2-1 pitch. That's high for ball 3. Three balls and 1 strike. Gum fires a 3-1 pitch. That's in there for strike 2, and it runs the count full. A full count to Eva Ogletree. Jaden Carruthers on deck. And there's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit, and Ogletree makes the turn at first. Her 2nd hit of the game. And we actually will have a pinch hitter for Carruthers, and that will be Carly Searcy. Gum delivers. First pitch to Searcy. High and away. There's a throw down to first. Swipe tag. And not in time. Loganville got 6 more outs to work with. Oh, right down the middle. It's 1-1. What a pitch there by Kendall Gum. Gum delivers. The 1-1. Fouled away. It will be 1-2. Gum ahead of the count. The 1-2 pitch is low and in the dirt, and it's 2-2. They had a big win last Thursday night against Strong Rock, 6-3. They were down 3-0 in that game. That pitch, outside corner, got her looking, strike 3. So with 1 down, we're going to have Mackenzie Lawley coming up to the plate. 1 for 2 today with a double. Runner at first. Gum gets the sign, delivers the first pitch to Lawley, and that is low and away, ball 1. Gums 0-1, that's line right to the second baseman, throwing to first, double play! The tailor-made 4-3 double play right to Halstead, and throws it to McKelvey to get out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Calvary leading Loganville 6-3. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
We are the only live and local sports talk show in East Alabama, West Central Georgia. Sports Visions 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Welcome back here to Calvary. Bottom of the sixth inning, Calvary Christian leads Loganville Christian 6-3. Maddie Davis is coming up to the plate. 3 for 3 today. Double, triple, and a single. Ogletree's first pitch to Davis is popped up, playable. Underneath it, making the grab is Stewart for out number 1. Loganville will have one more chance in the top of the 7th inning. But Calvary would love to get some insurance runs here. Kendall Gum now the batter. He's been on base all 3 times today. Ogletree, first pitch to Gum. And that's lined into shallow right. And chasing on it and making the grab is Michaels for out number 2. So quickly 2 away here in the 6th. And Kenley Spates will be the batter. Hit by pitch, struck out, and popped out in foul territory. We got the cleanup hitter coming up next. Correction. We got ourselves a pinch hitter. That is Belle Graham. Also a member of the basketball team coming into pinch hit. Ogletree, first pitch to Graham. And that's in there for a strike. Ogletree, 0-1. Changeup that just missed. It's 1-0-1. And that almost hit Graham, but she ducked out of the way, and it's a 1-1 count. And the pitch catches the outside part of the plate. It's strike 2. Ogletree getting the sign, delivers. The pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3. Inning over, we go to the 7th. Last chance for Loganville to try to get back in this game. Calvary leads 6-3. Back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Are you looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back here to Calvary. It's the top of the 7th inning. And leading things off for Loganville will be another pinch hitter. And that is Zoe Michael, who is the designated fielder out in right field. Coming in to pinch hit is Kendall Gum, trying to work the 7th, trying to get the save. She pitched in the 6th inning. Facing Zoe Michaels. Gums, first pitch to Michaels. Outside for a ball. Gum, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. It's now 1-1. With the busy schedule Calvary has this week, Brookstone, Pacelli, Columbus. Next Tuesday, they are hosting the defending 3A champion Westfield School. They'll also be home to Brookstone. That's high for a ball. It's 2-1. And they will close out the season at home against Tatnall. That will be on October the 7th. What a way to get ready for the playoffs. Inside for a ball. And that's how the playoffs are. Top 8 make it. They will go to South Commons October 16th, 17th, and 18th. The 2-2. There it is. That's going to be a strike. That's one is 2-2. That was a 2-1 pitch. Kendall Gum working the count. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And the first out here in the 7th. Got another pinch hitter coming up for Loganville. Well, that's actually not a pinch hitter. That's Mackenzie Lawley coming in. Kendall Gum, first pitch to Lawley. Is low, ball 1. And the pitch. That's going to be ball 2. And that's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. That pitch is in there. And it's a 2-2 count. Here with 1 down. That is Caden Murph at the plate, by the way. 2-2 pitch to Caden Murph. Right to McElvey. Tags the bag. Out number 2. And Loganville down to their final out, and it will be all comes down to Blakely Stewart leading things off. She is 2 for 3 today. 2 runs scored, 2 doubles. Trying to give a chance for Maya Ogletree, who's on the on-deck circle, who had the home run last. It's a last chance effort. Gum, pitch. There's a ground ball. Right to the shortstop span. Throw to first in time. And the Calvary Knights win the game. What a game, what a battle between 2 of the top teams in the GIAA. And that will do it. Your Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Hard to pick, but there was one player that stood out, and it definitely was Mackenzie Jones. She pitched 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, giving up 3 runs. So congratulations to Mackenzie Jones, the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Well, this has been the Masterwall Calvary Game of the Week for Richard Holdridge. Saying so long from Calvary Christian. Once again, the final score. Calvary Christian defeats Loganville Christian 6-3 to stay undefeated. And then they will face Brookstone tomorrow, Pacelli on Thursday, Columbus on Saturday. Thank you for tuning in and have a great night, everybody.